Welcome to the Talk with Clads podcast. Your host is Katie Ann, an island girl on a journey with her guests to learn about their backgrounds, businesses, passions, experiences, life lessons, and wins. Come and laugh, cheer, learn, and plan with us. My friend, take some time to come and talk with Clads.
Hello world, welcome to Talk with Clads. My name is Katie Ann and I'll be your host for today. Welcome. How are you doing? How has your week been going? It has been so much that has been going on in the world from an entertainment perspective, a humanitarian, peace study perspective, a business perspective. You know that there is a war that's going on right now between Russia and the Ukraine, and with the war come humanitarian efforts. It's also affected the stock market drastically. I mean, this war in the US, the war made all the stocks go down. Some people may look at it as a time to buy, if there are stocks that you wanted to buy before, but I know oil, if you buy gas in the US, it is on another level. And it's probably going to continue going up. Today was actually a decent day where energy actually did good in the stock market. Health services did good. Communication. I think consumer non-durables did good. But anything retail or commercial services, technology, that didn't do so well. But you know, that's the stock market for you. It goes up and it goes down. I think that's the predictability of it. In watching the news, or the stock market I should say, today, it says the biggest gainers was FedEx, which kind of makes sense because it's transportation and it's also global transportation. But the oil companies, Occidental and Marathon Oil, that actually did really well. So if one of your goal was to get into the stock market and you have some money saved and you are willing to take that risk, it may be worth it for you to just buy some really good stocks that are, I like to say, on discount right now, and hold on to it. And then, hopefully things will get a little bit better. I know Facebook, which is now Meta, their stocks fell, and that has some things going on with both the space that they're in, the metaverse, Google is set to do a split in July. So I love Google, but I always found that it was a little bit expensive, so it may be a time to grab it when it's split. I think Tesla did that where it split, but now it's slowly climbing. Apple did a split last year. Waiting for Amazon to split so I can get in, because Amazon is expensive, but we will see. So I am not a professional stock person, so always seek the advice of a professional stock person. Do your research, and then, if you have the extra money to get into stocks, or just start a little, because the goal is to create generational wealth. And stocks, if you have some solid companies that have a historic track record of performing, then that's something that you can explore, because it is a path to generational wealth. And who doesn't want generational wealth for themselves and their families? So a question that I got was, hey, I'm interested in starting my business, and I kind of got it a lot, which I found interesting, because I'm just like, so if I'm gonna do something, it's 10 toes in. But I said, let me just bring it up on this podcast, because here I'm bringing on business owners, and why not just talk about, one, how to start a business and why you should start a business. I'm not saying, I am not advising you to go quit your job, because you should know if you can afford to quit your job or not. I am in a space where my 9 to 5 funds my passion, which is what I'm doing. So I still have a 9 to 5, but I do have my own business also, which is something I'm passionate about both, actually. But I also want to be my own boss. And I feel like if I work for someone else, it does not give me the path to generational wealth. It gives the owner or the employer the path to generational wealth. And I want to create something for my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and many generations to come. So that's my mindset. But I would say, before you start your business, like, what are you passionate about? Because if you're getting that nudge, I want to start my business, there is a reason behind why you start your business. But you have to figure out, one, what you're passionate about, and two, what area, what's that need that you'll be serving. Because you also want, whether it's a product or a service, you want to have a niche where customers feel like there is a need for your product. Otherwise, you may be passionate about it, but it's still going to sit on a shelf. So I'd say, when you are a business owner, you're following your passions, right? And you are fulfilling your dream. I work for someone and I like what I do, but it's not fulfilling my passion to the 100th power. So having your own business allows you that freedom where you're in charge of creating your business, your vision from the ground up, and you can shape your company into something that you're proud of. Because at the end of the day, it is your vision. It's your legacy. It also offers you the opportunity to support non-for-profits. I've had quite a few non-for-profits on this platform, because that's something that I am passionate about. And my passion, my own business allows me and God has blessed me with the platform to bring non-for-profits on. So one of the most fulfilling parts of becoming an entrepreneur is setting up your own company to have that social gain. And if you look at a lot of organizations, they have what their community statement is, what their social justice statement is. You can opt to support non-for-profit charities or community efforts that have profit. You can say, okay, I'm going to sow seed into this business, and have that be a part of what your organization, whatever your passion is. Having your own business, if you are successful, it's based on what success for everyone is different. So it allows you to achieve financial independence. So, you may start a business and go, oh, I'm starting the business just to have financial comfort. But from the ground up, you just have to have the mindset, like, maybe for the first 2 years, you may not have that revenue coming in as much as you want. But once you're cultivating your business goals and cultivating that mindset and building your brand, building a loyal customer base, it can become a very lucrative business. And you know what? You can aspire to wealth. There's no reason why you can't achieve a goal of wealth with your own business if that's what your dream. Starting your own business has a benefit of work. You can start with a wage or salary, or you can build an enterprise for growth, and then you may sell it and make millions. I think one of the Jenner sisters did that with their makeup line. And then having your own business allows you to control your lifestyle, your schedule. Now, I'm not saying it's just going to be, you're going to work with a 9 to 5. Sometimes it's 9 to 5, With a business, it could be, 9 to 9, 9 to 12, just because you have to put in the work. But it does afford flexibility because it's your business. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. As I like to talk to my sister, we say you eat what you kill, not literally, but more so figuratively. And there are tax benefits to starting your own business, right? There are a lot of government programs such as the Small Business Association that support small businesses and seeks to reward whatever their endeavors are with impressive tax incentives. So, but that's where, once again, you're going to seek the advice of an accountant or a financial planner to see what, because you don't want to land in jail, just to make sure you're doing everything the legal way. And having your own business is the only way to have true job security. You don't have to worry about the stress of climbing the corporate ladder because and say, oh my God, I'm going to be promoted or not. Do I have to work 50 hours to be promoted? Do I have to get this title to be this and make this income? Your business allows you to say, okay, this is my job. This is my organization. This is my job. This is my job security. And, and if you choose to do like a family business, you could be providing jobs for other members of your family as well. But one of the most important thing of knowing that with you having that true job security is that your destiny is in your own hand. You don't have to worry about a layoff because guess what? It's your own business. Another advantage of having your own business is that you become an expert and you're able to broaden your skill sets. You're learning as a business owner, you're learning to wear different hats. You're becoming a marketer. You have to make sometimes HR decisions, a planner. If you have a website, maybe a website designer, because if you can't afford to do one, or knowing how to strategically navigate so you can make the best decision for your business while spending the least money. So some things you may have to outsource, or you do it yourself. But you're still broadening your knowledge base by doing the different types of skills. For me, I had to learn how to market. So I was watching what other people were doing. I was doing my research. I was listening to YouTube videos, and then I was also practicing. Some things worked well. Some things did not. I also outsourced because at times I didn't have the time available to do it. So I did outsource some marketing things, but and then I was like, okay, financially this is gonna hit me real quick. So I have to pivot and learn a different way how to navigate this marketing, because marketing will take your budget. Let me tell you that. But with you having your own business, you get to be creative. It's up to you to decide what the type of business, what your business will produce, sell, or what types of services it will order. And that's exciting, because guess what? You are creating your own destiny. And with my business, I don't know if you can hear my little doggies in the back. I mean, they are piped up when you talk about flexibility, because I am working from home. So rather than following the formula of those who came before you, you're looking at a chance to develop a concept or an idea that that nobody has ever done. So even if you stay with like a mainstream product or service, being an entrepreneur allows you to find a new way to think, how can I solve this problem by thinking outside the box? And that's when the creative juice is going, because I love problem solving. And I'm inquisitive by nature. I ask a lot of questions. Anyone that knows me will tell you that. And I'm always thinking, how can I do this outside of the box? How can I streamline this process? How can I do this differently? So knowing that each day brings new challenges, exciting opportunities, and a chance to engage your passion is enough to start your own business. So you have made the decision that you're going to start your own business. You know what the advantages are or what the incentives are. There are some disadvantages to it because you could lose the shirt off your back. But that's the risk, and you have to say to yourself, is this risk worth the reward? And this is where planning will come in, because you want to take a risk, but you want to make a calculated risk, right? You want to be an owner versus a renter. Nothing wrong with renting though, because owners need renters, but it's just a saying, okay, people, no offense. But you're like, I want to be the owner of my own destiny, and so I'm going to start my business. I am going to be 10 toes down. I am going to do the research to start my own business, and then I'm going to plan. So I'm going to give you some quick steps before what you should do when you are starting your own business. And these are things that I have done, and this is for small, large businesses. And hopefully you can avoid some of the silly mistakes that I made when I started my own.
CLADS Resources and Consulting values its customers. Our planner Footsteps to My Vision is a 13-month planner that can be used for 5 years. It walks you through SMART goals, SWOT analysis, action planning, and holds you accountable through 3 monthly check-ins. We work only with top quality materials, innovative designs, and verified suppliers, which are guaranteed to deliver to our high expectations, because when it comes to our customer satisfaction, there's no room for compromise. Made with high quality PU leather and paper planner helps you focus on achieving your goals by giving you a sense of personal and professional satisfaction. Some of the amazing features of this product: Vision Board Planner, Luxury Pen, 8GB USB flash drive, wireless mouse, ultra elegant packaging box, available in 5 stunning colors: black, red, gold, pink, navy blue. Material: PU leather. 13-month planner. Elastic band for easy handling. Our Footsteps to My Vision is available at Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, our website, and at Walmart. You may also follow us at www.cladsresources.com, Instagram, Clads Resources, Facebook.
You're listening to Talk with Clads. Find more resources online at cladsresources.com. Now back to the show with your host, Katie Ann.
It is really important to do market research on what types of product or service you're going to offer when you're starting your own business, because market research will tell you if there's an opportunity to turn your idea into a successful business. It allows you to gather information about like your potential customers and businesses already operating in that area, and it allows you to have that competitive advantage. So when I say research, I'm saying research for a reason, because you need to know what you're getting into, because you may think, oh, whatever I'm doing is great, but that research is going to give you the actual factual information. Also, the next step that you want to do is you want to write a business plan, because the business plan is the foundation of your business. It's pretty much a roadmap of how you're going to structure, run, and grow your new business. And a lot of times when you're looking for funding, they are going to ask you for that business plan, Now, speaking about funding, you need to know how you're going to fund your business. Are you going to fund it by seeking outside resources, or do you have the money to start your business? So your business plan will help you to figure out how much money you will need to start your business. And if you don't have that amount on hand, you will need to either raise the money somehow or borrow the capital. And then what's important next is that you're going to pick a business location. A lot of people are moving away from brick and mortar especially if you're entrepreneurs and it's a service product, even if it's a actual physical product that you're offering. You have platforms such as Amazon, Walmart, where you can actually send the product directly to them, and then they'll ship it out for you. So your business location is going to be an important decision that you'll make, whether you're going to set it up as a brick and mortar business or you're going to launch an online store. And these types of choices that you make for your business will affect whatever taxes, legal requirements, and structure. So speaking about structure, business structure. So when I say business structure, I mean the legal structure that you're going to, is this an LLC? Is this an S Corp? Is this a partnership? It's important for you to know the business structure for the product or service that you're going to choose, because the business structure is going to influence everything from day-to-day operations. It's going to affect your personal assets that may be at risk. It's going to affect your taxes. It also gives you whatever legal protections and benefits. So you need to know. It's important. It's very, very important to decide what is going to be a business structure. And you're going to need the business structure information when you are registering your business. Also, what's your business name? It's not as easy as you think to pick the perfect name. So you want, when you're choosing your business, is to choose a business name that reflects your brand. It captures who you are. It captures your spirits, your passion. And you also want to do this. You want to make sure that it's not being used by someone else. And that, again, is where the research is going to come in very, very handy for you. So you want to choose a business name, again, that reflects your brand identity and it doesn't clash with the different types of goods or services that you offer. My business is Clads Resources and Consulting, and a product that we offer is the Vision Board Planner, Footsteps to My Vision. And Footsteps to My Vision seems, that's pretty easy, but I had to go back, make sure no one else is using it. And then the information that I put in it, I also, in the book itself, the planner, it's copyrighted. So if anyone tries to copy the information or present it like it was their information, it's something that I have legal right to say, hey, this is information that I put together. This is Katie Ann's property. So register your business name to protect it. The entity name protects you at state level. Also look into trademarking because trademarking protects you at a federal level. So when you register your business name to protect it, that's state level. If you want to trademark your service or product, that's federal level. You have to also remember that sometimes doing business as doesn't really give you legal protection, but it might be legally required. A lot of people may have do business as a different name, and then the business is called another name on the back end. So there are some things and that's why it's important to sit with a professional. Maybe it's an attorney, also that to go over these types of requirements, so you know how best to protect yourself. And then if you have a website, go ahead and get that domain name, because it protects your business website address. I don't know if you remember, many years ago, I think it was Google, someone forgot to renew the business website, and someone bought it, and then Google had to pay a substantial amount to recuperate back the website. So always remember to register your business name. Choose your business name, and then register the business name and make it legal to protect your brand. You want to make sure you're always protect that brand. Next step that you want to do is you want to get a federal and state tax ID. Many people may know it as an EIN number. And the EIN is your employer identification number. And it's important to start and grow your business. If you want to open a bank account, they're going to ask you for an EIN number. If you're going to pay taxes, they're going to ask you for your EIN number. And your EIN number is like a social security, but it's a social security for your business. All right. And you may want to, I would say, well, when you get the federal and state tax ID, sit with an accountant, because if you're going to pay employees, if you're going to operate as a corporation, there are other things that are going to be involved, and you may need to apply for different types of license and permits. The EIN number is free, and you should do it right after your registration. Also, if you want to do a tax deferred pension plan, you're definitely gonna need it. So make sure you speak with an attorney, a tax accountant that specializes in those types of businesses. In business, you don't want someone that's just thinking or saying, "Oh, I think you may do this or you should do this." Sit and speak with an accountant, tax professional, attorney, just to make sure that you're protecting yourself and you're going through the right processes. If your business requires different license and permits, to make sure that it's running smoothly and also to stay legally compliant, you will need to apply for those license and permits, and that's where the attorney may come in very helpful. And each license or permit may vary. It may vary by the industry that you're in, the state that you're in, whatever location, it could, city wise, and it may have some other factors that may affect it. And last but not least, then you should open a business bank account, right? You can do a small business checking account that can help you handle like your legal, tax, day-to-day issues. It's really easy to set up or open a business bank account. When I went to open one for my business, they just looked at they did go to make sure that it was registered. They needed the EIN number, and then they'll advise you on different types of merchant services that you can, take depending on what you want to pay. That can accept credit, debit card, and I'll tell you, there are also different spaces apart from the account. Like you could do PayPal, you can do Square, where they send you the little chip for free, but they charge you on the sales that you do. So you want to make sure that you do your research on, one, if it's a product or service, what is the best way to collect payment, how am I going to bill? And those are things that you may want to have the conversation when you're opening your account, because a lot of bank account offers perks that a business bank account offers perks that won't come, special perks, and that won't come with like a standard personal account. And when you have a bank account, it gives you protection. Business banking offers some types of liability protection. I don't even know, I can't even pronounce my words. to keep your business funds separate from your personal funds. And then the merchant services also offers that purchase protections for your customers and ensure that their personal information is secure. Also, when a customer pays you with credit card, they want to make sure that, hey, it shows professionalism, and it shows, hey, this person, it speaks to your brand. It looks like you're prepared, you know what you're doing, versus, cash only, or, just cash at me. Because at the end of the day, your business is your brand. You are the brand of your business, right? And also bank accounts give you purchasing power. Credit card accounts can help to make like the startup purchases, establish like a credit history for you. And, some things that you need to purchase, it gives you more buying power. So very important to have a bank account when you are starting your business. All right. Just remember, you need to do your research, right? Research. You're going to hear me say that so much time. You got to pick, okay, where's my business location? Like the type of business, the structure. Make sure you register, get the necessary federal and state ID that is required. Apply for license, permits, and then open a business account, and then get business insurance, because you want to make yourself as least liable as possible. For me, I kind of stepped away where my personal assets and my professional assets are a little bit they're separated. Okay, but not everyone wants that. And that's where the structure of the business, in defining what your structure is, will play a key role in your business. So good luck if you were, hopefully you found this podcast to be informative. As I said, I've been getting a lot of questions. Hey, I don't know if I should start my business. What do I need to know? What I need to do to start my business? We had an attorney on. I think it was Aubin Robinson and Associates. I know he's an attorney that specializes in small and large businesses, in terms of giving advice. So you can refer back to that podcast. He had some great insights. Also, I'm going to plug my sister. She's also an attorney, and she can give you feedback also on starting a business. So you want to make sure you protect yourself as legally as much as possible. So, I'm going to plug my sister, Law Office of Tanika Reed. Tanika C. Reed, PA. She's going to kill me because I keep getting her law office, because she's rebranding. She's going to be Peeps, people. And she's doing really good. So just protect yourself as much as possible. But at the end of the day, if you decide that this is the journey that you want to go on, this is the path that you want to go on, I am telling you that it will be worth the reward, because you are seeking, it's your passion, and you're doing what you love. And with that comes that self-fulfillment of happiness. So thank you, everyone. Best wishes to you on your journey. Hopefully, I figured versus just answering one-on-one questions, I would just do a podcast about it. Hopefully, I was able to give you some insights. Just remember that I am not an attorney. And the stock thing, I just love stocks. I always talk about it with my friends. And now you are my new family and friends. So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And thank you so much for taking some time to talk with Clads. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a family about this podcast. And thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Find us on social media at Clads Resources and online at www.cladsresources.com. Our planner, Footsteps to My Vision, is also located on our website or on Facebook, Instagram, or Amazon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, keep creating your footpath to your vision.